Ja tervetuloa takaisin Justice for Allin läpipeluseen. Trialin toinen vaihe. Is it really true about my aunt? I'm afraid so, Maya. There is no way Innie could have killed Dr. Gray by herself. And under the circumstances, says there's no one else other than your aunt Morgan. That's terrible. Why? Why would my aunt? Everything is going just as I predicted, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Miss Montcalm, why are you doing this? Why are you trying to take revenge on Nick? Nick has nothing to do with what happened to your dad. Don't you have something better to be worrying about? Say, your own situation. I'm looking down on me, even though we are the same age. Are you done yet? You have caused me enough pain and suffering. Not yet. My goal is to defeat you and let the whole world know of your defeat. But even if you do that, it won't bring your father back. Whatever. In the meantime, let's bring this match to its conclusion, and then we'll know who the real winner is. Court will now reconvene, Mr. Wright. Yes, Johanna. Can you prove Miss Inimani had a motive? Yes, I believe I can. Inimani and Dr. Gray have only one point of connection, and that is the car accident 1 year ago. The motive I'm looking for must be there. Miss Money, please testify to this court about your car accident last year. Huh? I thought, you wanted to, ask about my, motive. I, don't see the point in, bringing up the past. Miss Money, if you please. Okay. I totally don't think it'll do any good, but... Last year's accident. This was last year in May. Something really bad had happened at my sister's clinic around then. The night of the accident, my sis was totally tired while she was driving. I was totally pooped too, so I fell asleep in the passenger seat. I woke up because of a jolt and it was a sea of flames around me. I opened the door and got away. I think I've heard of this incident. It was all the talk on the tabloid shows day after day last year. Yes, and there was talk about Dr. Gray drugging your sister. Those were merely rumors, totally baseless gossip. Yes, Mr. Wright, you may question the witness. Right now, it's impossible to prove that Dr. Gray did in fact drug Miss Miney's sister. Yeah, which means I'll have to work this from another angle. That was last year in May. Didn't some sort of medical malpractice happen at your sister's hospital then? Yeah, that was in May too. The thing with all the patients dying was May 2nd. And our accident was on the 24th. 2 accidents back to back. Do you assume it's just a coincidence? My sis was totally tired, and that's why, duh. Something really bad had happened at my sister's clinic around then. That was the malpractice incident where 14 patients died, correct? Yeah. What was the cause of the mistake? Like, I heard it was because the medicines, like, got mixed up. Was that the fault of your sister Mimi Miney? Like, no way. Dr. Gray, like, wanted to blame it on my sis. That incident has nothing to do with our murder here. Besides, the police report has already documented that it was entirely Mimi Miney's fault. Which means, as far as the real facts are concerned, Mimi Miney is the one who made the mistake. But, like, it really wasn't my sis. And like, the night of the accident, my sis was totally tired while she was driving. She was totally tired. You mean exhausted? Like, she had to talk to the police and like was being investigated like every day. It was like a totally terrible situation. It's no wonder then that the car accident happened, huh? That's hard. So then why didn't you ask to switch places? Huh? Like, what are you talking about? I meant to switch drivers. If your sister was so tired, then you should have switched with her. True. But like, I don't like have a driver's license. This is news to me. I was not aware you didn't have your license, Miss Miney. Miss Miney, please amend your testimony. Like, okay, anyway. I was like totally pooped too, so I like fell asleep in the passenger seat. Näin se muutos tästä testimonial. The accident happened at night, correct? Yeah, like it was at like 1 AM or so, I think. I had like a paper due, like really soon. So like I hadn't slept and was working like real hard. So it was because of the two of you were so tired that this accident happened. I like woke up because of a jolt and like it was a sea of flames around me. And your sister? What happened to her? I didn't see her. The car was like totally black and there was like a ton of smoke. I like totally had like no clue what was going on. I like opened the door and like got away. Please tell us about your escape in more detail. I like kept wanting to forget that time. So like I don't remember things about the accident in like detail anymore. Well, it's alright, no need to push yourself. I think I like gave an interview after the accident. Like that would probably be the most accurate, you know. If it's that article, then I've already got it. I like didn't have my license, so like I couldn't take over driving for her. Tää on se, mikä se lisäsi siihen. Kai, ei se varmaan sitä sanonut aikaisemmin. And that's why you were in the passenger seat. Like, yeah. I was like at my college's research lab till like really late. So my sis was like giving me a ride home. I see. Phoenix. Yes? You can't do this. You are being too easy on her. There's got to be some sort of secret sleeping in this testimony. Yes, so let's find that one crushing contradiction and end this. Mä muistan lukenut, että se ajo sieltä apukuskin paikalta, pelkään paikalta, niin kuin yleensä tykkään sanoa, mutta se taitaa olla apukuski oikealta nimeltä. If Miss Mimi Miney is to be believed, the one driving the car was her sister Mimi Miney. Niin. Mimi Miney was siis myös... Missä mä musta lukenut, että se ajoi siltä apukuskin paikalta? Ehkä se Iini sanoisi jossain vaiheessa. Se myös sanoi, että se otti sen laukkunsa mukaan, kun se lähti. Mutta ehkä se on tarpeetonta tietoa. Ehkä. Tosin tämä pelin tuntieni ei ole. In spot of her driver's license. Miss Miney, that was a lame lie just now. Like, what do you mean? I know you had a license back then. This is a photo you took for the express purpose of getting a driver's license. What is the meaning of this, Miss Miney? That's right. Yeah, I had like the license, but I didn't get it until after the accident. No, you had it. You had it at the time of the accident. Director Hottie, or the guy pretending to be him anyway, said so. What? Are you talking about that perverted fake clinic director? Yes, that's perverted fake clinic director. Ouch. No one cares. Witness, when did you receive your driver's license? Like last November. What? November? The accident happened last May. That's a half year lapse in time, Miss Phoenix Wright. Whoa, what in the... That's what happened, Mr. Wright. At the time of the accident, Miss Miney did not have a driver's license. Ow! Cry and my whip will accommodate it. Anyway, without a license, the witness and her sister could not have switched drivers. I'm like glad you get it, but like even if I had my license, I like don't think my sis would like let me drive. Yow! Don't just stand there to yourself. Not you, Mia, with the whip and the pain and the ow. Miss Miney, why do you think you would not have been allowed to drive anyway? That's because I think this situation calls for a more detailed testimony. Miss Miney, if you please. Like, how annoying. Oops, like, sorry, didn't mean to be mean. I wouldn't be allowed. Like, around that time, I was, like, really close to getting my license. But this was, like, this totally big fan of cars and, like, really valued them. She, like, had just gotten this really shiny, bright red sports car. She, like, would say things like, no way am I letting a noob drive my car. So that's why I ended up in the passenger seat that night too. I see. A bright red car for sports. Now then, the defense may question the witness. I'm not terribly knowledgeable about cars, but like around the time I was like really close to getting my license. So what do you mean by really close? Like I had one of those permit things. I think that's what they are called. Permit? Wow, the big name lawyer boy doesn't even know what the driver's permit is. Well, this lawyer never had a permit. Wow. Ignorance is to be whipped. What is with her? All she said in the last few minutes is utter nonsense. So, like, may I continue? My sis was like this totally big fan of cars and like really valued them. She valued cars. How much would you say she valued her car? Well, like she'd flip out at like a drop of rain, and like she would notice someone like touched the car door with dirty hands. In that case, why bother taking the car out of the carriage ever? Why did she take such special care of the car? How can you say that? It was a brand spanking new car. New car? Like, you wouldn't want to, like, get it dirty, would you, Mr. Lawyer? I don't think that cars getting dirty is just another fact of life, but I guess people who really love cars think otherwise. Phoenix, try asking something more significant, alright? Significant. Well, Miss Miney, what kind of car was it? She, like, had just gotten this really shiny bright red sports car. It was a new car. Yeah. She had, like, just gotten it. It was, like, from the UK. The UK? Were those her boyfriend's initials? And it was a really special model. She had waited for a whole year for it to arrive. I guess her love for cars would be the obvious next topic. I really don't know anything about cars, but I had a feeling this was bound to come up. Joanna, yes? Please have the witness append what she just said to her testimony. You mean the part about it being a special import car? Yes. Well, if you like cars that much, then that's not my point. Though to be honest, I don't know what the point is either. Miss Miney, would you please fix your testimony? Whatever. My sister's new car was like a totally special model from England. I can't hold it pretty forcefully, but I don't actually know what to ask about cars. Ask for the heck of it. So yes, what am I supposed to pick for a topic? Let's start with this. Why are British cars good? Like, huh? They are expensive and the driver's seat is opposite to our cars here in the States. It would seem there is no benefit to owning one. Like, huh? This whole steering wheel on the right side of the thing is kind of goofy, isn't it? What do you know? That's leak shape, the wild way it's a manual transmission. Forgive me. The personality really changed on the drop of a hat. It's interesting, isn't it, Phoenix? Bit by bit, we are beginning to see the real contradiction behind this case. She would say things like, no way am I letting a noob drive my car. Was your sister good at driving? She was totally awesome. She said she was going to be the racing queen of the nursing world. Somehow I think she bumped my question off track again. So that's why I ended up in the passenger seat that night too. And that was when the accident occurred, correct? Yeah, I immediately reached for the passenger side door and fled in days. Sounds like you had a very funny time. There's something very big here. It's going to be hard to break apart such a natural sounding testimony, but we have to attack it, and by doing so a flaw will show itself. It has to. Do you really think so? Believe. There's a path, I know it. You almost sounded like a prophet for a second there. Elikäs, mulla oli tämä teoria jo aikaisemmin. Sinä ajoit siellä siis apukuskin puolella. Miss Miney, do you remember this article? It's an article about the accident. You had said this in it. But I opened the right door and like got out. Tämä on musta tuommoista. Eiku, no makes sense. Se olisi sillä oikealla puolella. Jos se olisi pelkään paikalla tai ajamassa brittiläistä autoa. Mitä sitten? That's correct, isn't it? Like, why are you suddenly asking me about that? Yeah, no. Which side is the passenger seat? The left or the right? Well, it's on the right side, of course, because the driver's on the left side. That would be it if... That would be it... That would be if it were an American car, but it would be the opposite in a British car. Opposite? The two of them were riding in a British car. In that case, the passenger side would be the left side. Ah, what do you mean by this? Miss Miney, you said that you had escaped using the right side door of the car. But if you were sitting there, then that means you were in the driver's seat. Ah! Order. Order in the court. Order. Order! Order! Mr. Phoenix Wright is blubbering nonsense again. He said the person who was driving was her older sister Mimi Miney. That is what Ine said, yes, but that is where her story falls apart. Somewhere, all of us made a big error in our assumptions. Phoenix, it looks like you have finally found the real root of this murder. If we connect all the dots, there can only be one answer. I'd like to ask the court a question. Ine or Mimi? Who was really driving that night? Ine. And the answer is Ine Miney, of course. Why would you say that? Miss Ine Miney just said so herself in her testimony. She said that she escaped the car from the right side door, which would have been where the driver's seat was. Ow! I'm inclined to feel sorry for you for a foolish fool who foolishly spends his time foolishly. At that time, Miss Ine Miney had not yet received her driver's license. And that is why the accident happened. Hold it, Phoenix. It looks like you still don't see the real truth behind the accident. The real truth? Think outside the box. Isn't that what we always say? Alright, one more time. One more time. If we connect all the dots, there can only be one answer. I'd like to ask the court a question. Ine or... Huh? Ine or Mimi? Who was really driving that night? Ehkä Mimi oli oikeasti ajamassa, mutta Ine ajoi sieltä apukuskin paikalta, kuten se aikaisemmin jossain luki, niin mitä mä ihmettelin. Mutta miksi niin en tiedä. And so is the one person who had her driver's license, Mimi Miney. After all, that makes her the only person who could legally drive. But you just said the witness, Miss Ine Miney, was the one in the driver's seat. Which leads us to the next question. The next question? Who is the person standing at the witness stand right now? Siis hetkonen. Meinaatko sä, että tää on oikeesti Mimi? What sort of idiotic rules is this, Mr. Phoenix Wright? That this witness name is... I'll tell you what her name really is. This witness's real name is... Tosta olisi lähtenyt 4 palikkaa. Mimi Miney, that is your real name. All of the foolish dribble. Then, how do you explain her appearance? This witness had severe facial burns when she was admitted into the hospital. So for the purpose of facial reconstruction, the surgeons used a picture. Facial reconstruction surgery. This is the picture she gave to her doctors at the time. That's right. It's a picture of her younger sister. No, but Mimimani, she died in the car accident. That's what everyone thought. However, that was not the case. Then the body they found at the crash site, that was the body of the real Inimani. Isn't that right, Miss Mimimani? The car accident 1 year ago. The one who died at the night was Inimani. Her sister Mimi then stole her face and was reborn as Ini. With this, she effectively erased Mimimani from existence. Your Honor, also you can now see why Mimi had to kill Dr. Gray. What do you mean? What is the meaning of this nonsense? Dr. Gray wanted to call back the spirit of a dead person. Specifically, the spirit of his nurse that died in the crash, Mimimani. However, that would not have been possible, because Mimimani was still in fact alive. And that fact would have been discovered had this channeling been conducted. So this witness had to stop that from happening at all costs. And that's why she has killed Dr. Turner Gray. Is that what you are saying? Yes. Before the channeling, Dr. Gray had the misfortune of consulting this witness about communicating with the dead. And in that moment, his fate was sealed. Well, Miss Ini, I mean Miss Montcalm, Eek, what did you say my name just now? Looks like I've been unmasked. Witness? That's right, I admit it. My real name is Mimimani. That quack doctor who got what he deserved in the end. And I was so close to finally ditching Mimi too. So close. But why? How would you go so far as to throw away yourself? To become your own sister? I think I understand why. Mimimani wanted her old self to disappear because of this. That's about the malpractice incident. Dr. Gray was right. The mistake was caused by the nurse. A nurse by the name of Mimimani. That's right, the person standing before us today. And 3 weeks after this mishap, Mimimani had a car accident in which she lost her younger sister. The timing couldn't have been worse. 14 patients dying in that incident and her own sister's life extinguished. It was all too much to bear. I found a way for myself to escape it all, the only way. She lost everything in the flames of that accident, her sister, and even her own face. This was her last chance. A chance to throw away her past and start a new life as her sister. Unbelievable. A plan beyond my wildest imagination. That jerk. If only he hadn't thought of that channeling mumbo-jumbo. Mumbo-jumbo? Becoming Ini has been the most horrible experience in the world. Spirit channeling, the occult, I hate it. I hate it all. I believe there are still a few unsolvable riddles here, such as why did Miss Miney choose to go with such a complicated plan? And why did Miss Morgan Fay agree to help her execute it? Regardless, I believe one thing has been made crystal clear. The innocence of the defendant, Maya Fay. This is preposterous. I'm perfect. Me, Francisca von Kama. I'm going to enjoy the news tonight, Miss von Kama. How about you? It's going to be broadcast all over the world, right? Your defeat, that is. Yow, oh, ah! Ow, 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 ow. And one more for good measure. Phoenix, I think there, Phoenix. Phoenix! This court is a fraud, a sham. Now then, it looks like it will be some time before Mr. Wright regains consciousness, so I will go ahead and pronounce the verdict. Not guilty. Paperclip. This is all. This court is adjourned. Siihen oli lyhkäinen. Congratulations, Maja. Siis. Pistää päässä, say. It's good to see you again, Maja. How are you doing? Siis. I didn't kill anyone, did I? No, you didn't. It was all just a dream. Really bad dream. You know, sis. In my dream, I smelled a really familiar scent. A familiar scent? I was inside that clothing box, right? That box. That was the box you used to store your clothes in a long time ago. That's right. It's ensihaistu. Makes sense. There's still one thing I don't quite get. What is that? What would have happened if Mimi hadn't shot Dr. Gray? I mean, we broke in because we heard a gunshot. I think Mimi Money had planned to open the door to the chamber herself. And then you and Lotta would have witnessed quite a scene. A possessed Maya Fay who had just committed a murder. She had it planned down to the smallest detail, huh? Nick, congrats, Maya. Thanks. Looks like you bailed me out of another jam. A jam. Well, you know. But I really don't want something like this to happen ever again. I'm fine because I have you to help me out, Nick. But every time something happens, I lose someone special to me. First my sister, and now my aunt. Hey Nick, tell me why my aunt went and did something so horrible. How would she help me mind it with a plan like that? I just don't understand it, Nick. Maya, it's over. Why don't we just let it be? Nick, please, I need an answer. The reason Morgan helped Mimi with her plan was... no mitäs mä näytän se, että sä haluaisit olisi johtaja. Ei mistiä tässä. No en mä keksi muutakaan. Mä tiedän vastauksen, mutta miten mä näytän sen. No en mä keksi muutakaan. Tää on vähän kaukaa haettua, mutta... I don't get it. Yeah, me neither. Even if I don't really know why Morgan cooperated with me and Miney. Look, this whole thing is over now, so let's not dwell on the past, okay? Yeah, thanks Nick. Just don't know the answer to this one. I'm just as confused about the situation as she is. So why the thanks? Detention Center, Solitary Confinement, Cell 13. My precious pearl. You are the only one suitable to be master of Quran, dear child. I sacrificed it all for you. I helped that friendless nurse carry out her murder, and cooperated with that whip-happy prosecutor. It was all to unseat that annoying, witless main family girl, that Maya Fey. But I shall be patient, my dearest pearl. The chance will present itself. Your time will come. Episode 2 Reunion and Turnabout, the end. Alright. Seuraavaksi on sitten episodi 3 Turnabout Big Top. Kyllä mä tiedän että sisähalussa tosiaan ei kun Phoenix ei välttämättä kyllä tiedä. Me ollaan kuultu sen dialogeja. Mitä Phoenix ei kuulu. Olisiko mä pystyn jotenkin todistamaan sen, en tiedä. No, tää oli varmaan lyhin video nyt näistä kaikista. Ei se mitään. Kiitos kun katsoitte ja jatketaan seuraavassa episodissa.